Hello and welcome to our business idea presentation. Our names are Vika, Patricia, Inju, and Nicholas. So we had quite a few ideas that came to us while we brainstormed individually, and here are just a few of them. A water plant dispenser, a butterfly pavilion, event center, cube oil so you don't have to measure the right amount of oil, and a self-defense kit. And these are just some of the many ideas that we came up with, and Vika is going to keep us going.
Thank you, Nick. Like Nick said, we had a lot of great ideas as a whole group, but we know we had to narrow down all of our ideas to our top final five. So I'll explain the process that we used and how we came up with the final five business ideas, as you can see on the right side. So the process that we used for our business ideas is we all shared our business ideas with each other. And then each of us, each of the team members, we picked our favorite ideas and we discussed about it, what we thought was a great idea to execute. And then from those ideas that we have chosen, we would discuss those ideas that we had chosen to try to narrow down our final five. And we thought about some of the things like what would be a great idea to solve and how we can how it would target a larger audience. We agreed on the final five as being the most efficient, realistic, and that would solve most problems that people care about. So as you can see, our final five business ideas is the wireless portable laptop charger, color changing hand soap, the URED bike, automatic toilet bowl cleaner, car B&B. And we had other ideas that were close to being our final five, but I will give the time to Patricia and she'll talk about those three ideas that were our runner up and why we did not choose those ideas.
So the three runner-up ideas that we had were one, the diaper dispenser, which would be in like airports, shopping centers, grocery stores, especially in airports. Layovers are often unexpected, and traveling with a baby can be difficult. So those would be really helpful with moms. Cliff notes for textbooks, a way to break down chapters, and it asks you questions in a way to initiate thinking, make you better understand, an easier way to understand the reading. And then cube oil was a way to not have to measure oils when you're cooking so you don't overestimate or make your food too greasy. And then the wireless portable laptop charger was the first idea of the main five. I know that personally going to the library on campus or coffee shops to study, it's always a fight to try and find outlets. So this way you could charge your mat or whatever at home so that when you take it with you to study, it could fully charge your laptop 1, 2, maybe 3 full times. And it just makes life easier, especially for students who are always studying or people who are always working on their laptops, and stuff like that.
So our one of our final five was the color changing hand soap. So the neat thing about the color changing hand soap is it could change colors. It'll change color in 20 seconds. So you can wash your hands, and then once the color of the soap changes, it will change in 20 seconds. That way you know that your hand is sufficiently being washed. It's the golden standard, the 20-second rule. The great thing about this, it can improve hand washing hygiene, especially for kids. especially that's how I came up with this idea. Is my sister-in-law, I reached out to my family network, and she told me that this would be something nice, so that way her kids can wash their hands longer, and it will be a fun way for them to wash their hands. It could prevent germs from spreading and also from those getting sick. It has that unique color changing ability. So that's a great thing about the color changing hand soap, like I mentioned earlier, is the color changing ability. So that way you know that you've washed your hands for 20 seconds. So as according to CDC's hand washing campaign, life is better with clean hands.
And personally, I think there's a problem on the U's campus today. And that problem is the fact that when you sign up for classes, you don't take into account that one class may be on one side of the campus and then the other class may be on the exact opposite side of the campus. And I've experienced this myself, where I'll sign up for classes and then realize how far I have to walk weekly. And it is very physically exerting when you have to be from one place to the other in only 10 to 15 minutes. So the solution, I think, would be wonderful if we did a U red bike, and basically it would be like the green bike in Salt Lake City, but for students. And so we would have the different bike docking stations near some of the buildings, so that you can and the price for it would be paid in our tuition. And so you take your U card, scan it, and then you'd be able to check out a bike and then ride it to your next class. And there's a lot of growth opportunities for this line of business, because I'm sure that loads of universities run into this problem. And the neat thing is we could probably change the color of the bike to support the individual university. And we'll keep going with our ideas.
So our fourth final idea was the automated toilet bowl cleaner. This would be very valuable with busy moms, anyone who has like crazy work schedules, where on a designated day and time, it'll disinfect and most importantly, scrub the toilet, so that your toilet stays clean. It saves time and energy. So like moms aren't forcing their kids to try and scrub their toilet or making anyone else do it. And it's just an easier, quicker way to cleaning your toilet.
Our final idea is car B&B. The car B&B is basically the same idea, like systematically same idea as Airbnb. The purpose is to find the place where you can stay cheaper. The car B&B is a cheaper service than a rental car. So, and also for the international student and the travelers and tourists, when they go to somewhere, and when international students go to the other country, they left their car in their place. But if you use the car B&B, it helps them to share with others and earn money. And also for the car collectors, their problem is they have a lot of cars, but they only use just one car actually. So for this service, they can earn money with their other cars. So what we learned in this project, so we learned to think about actual problems that I deal with on a daily basis. We reach out to our network, like a family as well, and we learned how to effectively narrow down ideas by thinking how we would be able to execute them successfully, like how are we going to solve those problems, like how we gather the idea and develop. And also, while this project in the living daily life, we thought about what we needed in everywhere, and we're thinking about for the daily life. Thank you so much.